Hi, welcome back to my channel, and this is a sound off on Love and Marriage DC. So I did record a couple of videos on this show, and I just really wasn't feeling them too much, so I never posted it. So I'm just gonna give a little sound off on what I think of the show so far. So let's start with Miss Winter. Okay. Initially when I started watching the show, I liked Arena and Ashley off the rip. And Winter, I didn't dislike Winter. I felt like she was necessary for drama and all that other stuff. But at this point, I feel like Winter she reminds me of Ashley Darby from Potomac. Like, she want to come in there. She's like a little different. She brings a different vibe, a different energy than the rest of the people in the group. She's like the wild card. She's very messy, and she's been sent here to shake the table. She plays unbothered and open and transparent, but just like everyone else, she has things that she doesn't want to discuss. She has things that she doesn't want to draw attention to in her life. Like this episode when her and Arena were having their sit down and they were going back and forth. She did a good job handling Arena, but when Arena brought up her ex-husband having a side baby, she ain't like that too much. She wasn't prepared for that. She was not prepared for any of that. And I feel like, I don't know why, you sitting here using things that she said to you about her husband. You're throwing it in her face. You're making fun of her. Why would you not expect her to throw something back in your face? I'm confused. Like, you can't jab people and then play clueless as to why they bust you in your mouth. I don't like that. I don't like that. I do feel like she's good for the show, but I don't like those type of antics. Like, if you're going to insult the lady, insult the lady. But when she insults you back, or when she throws something in your face back, don't act like you surprised. Don't act like you don't know where that came from. We matching energies. That's what's happening here. You threw something she told you about Jamie in her face, and she threw something about your ex-husband in your face. And she hit a nerve. I don't know what to say. So I just want to know, are the people ready to admit that Monique always been a problem? Like, are y'all ready to admit that? Because, child, this last episode, So Monique want to fit in with the It Girls so bad. She wasn't able to do that on that other show. So she's not missing her opportunity on this show. And she's willing to do anything. She's willing to do anything at all to achieve that, including throwing her good friend of 15 years, Winter, under the bus. And I ain't surprised, because she did the same shit on that other show. We seen how she did Candace. All the couples have gotten together at, I think, Jamie's event, and Monique starts saying how she didn't appreciate Winter telling her misinformation or not telling her the truth about what happened, I think, at the brunch that they attended weeks ago, right? And I feel like, I understand wanting to clear the air, but I feel like the other women don't care that much. The only person that was really pressed about it, I would say, is Arena, because her and Winter got into it. But I don't feel like the people really cared that much. Like, she's not invited to this event. Why are you guys all sitting around at the table talking about Winter? And Monique saying, oh, I didn't appreciate her not telling me what really happened. I didn't like that. And then the nicknames and yada, yada, yada. It's like, girl, you realize that you're making the situation worse. You do realize, like, you're making Arena and Ashley dislike Winter even more by doing this. Like, at your big age, you can't tell me you don't see that. And Tasha is a real one, because Tasha was like, girl, you need to talk to your friend. You need to check up on your friend. And she was like, oh, I was going to do that. You're a damn lie. You're a damn lie. You're trying to cover your ass and you're trying to make sure you're still in good standing with Ashley and Arena. That's what you're trying to do. And you fake for that shit. Because they're not holding against you anything that Winter has done. But you still keep throwing Winter under the bus so that you can remain in good standing with the It Girls. And you fake as hell for that shit. One thing this show has made me realize is Chris is just as messy as Monique. He messy as hell. Like, I didn't realize that in the other show. I think Chris really enjoys getting into other people's business, and he uses that as a way to avoid conflict with Monique. If they being messy together, they talking about Winter and Kevin, they talking about this person and this other person, then she doesn't have time to critique him. She doesn't have time to get upset with him or tell him he's not doing things right. He loves that. It's like his face lights up when they getting into other people's mess. I didn't notice he was like that on the other show. And then for you to bring Winter's ex-husband to the group and saying, oh, it's only fair that he gets to tell his side of the story. It didn't even fit because the group is not interested in Winter's story. They're not interested in what happened to Winter and how Winter got scammed. No one really cares. They already don't like Winter, and you bringing this man around was to do what? What was the purpose of that? Besides to be messy. I don't think I like Chris very much. I don't think I like him. Cause why would you do that? That's some messy shit. That was very, very, very messy. And then Mr. Scammer, he gonna come on the show. He gonna come to the bar one. It was bar one. They was at Peter's bar. They was at Peter's bar. He gonna come in the bar one with all this evidence. He came in with a manuscript. I don't know what none of that shit was supposed to prove because none of his evidence made a lick of sense. Like, he did not express a complete thought at all. And Quick and Jamie, I like y'all, but I didn't like this. They were so eager to just accept whatever that fool had to say and run with it and say, oh, I'm glad we cleared this up. What was cleared up? Nothing was cleared up. He was rambling about nothing. None of this proves that you did not scam Winter. None of this proves anything. Was you living in your mama's basement and you didn't tell her? Do you not have a vehicle and not tell her? Like, I didn't get anything he said. None of it, what he had to say made sense. And then Chris over there completing sentences for him. They're trying to be his free lawyer and explain to these guys what? What are you trying to explain to them? I don't even really like Winter like that, but I didn't like that. I don't like to see nobody get done like that. Like Chris and Monique, y'all really exposed yourselves in this episode today. Them guys knew damn well that man was lying. They knew he was lying, but they were just, Winter has rubbed them wrong. And so they're like, hell yes, you must be telling the truth. Glad you cleared that up. And it's just like, and Chris really got on my nerves this episode. Like, I was just like, whoa, okay. I see you. I see how you do, Chris. I see it. But that Quick is ride or die for Ashley, and I love it. I'm here for it. Those two are gang, okay? You can't come between them two. And I likes it. You know, that's how it's supposed to be. And Uncle Jamie, he's something else. That man ain't polished for television, but that's what makes him good TV, because he just saying do whatever the hell he want to do, and he don't think about nothing. He just do. He's something else. He stay on the timeline gathering the people, like for real. Don't say nothing to him if you don't want him to say nothing back. It makes me kind of annoyed, like, damn, we would have got some real good TV if he had joined the Potomac cast. I would have loved to see him and Michael Darby go at it. I would have loved to see how he handled Michael Darby. I would have loved to see that. Because Jamie's a mess. Jamie's something else. Now, this scene between Winter and Monique, I really did feel bad seeing Winter cry. Like, I feel bad. She's learning the hard way that Monique is nobody's friend. And she's accepting it. And she's handling it very maturely. Because somebody else would have gone off on Monique. But I felt bad for her. I felt really bad to see her cry. Like, she was really upset. Girl, this ain't your friend, though, girl. And I wish I could say I was surprised, but like I said, Monique did all of this on that other show, so this does not surprise me. So Monique acting like the nicknames bothered her, that was some BS because, bitch, you laughed. If they bothered you, you would have told her right there. If that was a trigger, you would have said, girl, you know, I don't like that. I don't like giving people husbands nicknames now. You would have told her how you felt. And you didn't. You laughed. You encouraged the conversation some more. You encouraged the conversation. You started asking leading questions to get her to talk more shit. And now all of a sudden, you're bothered by it. Girl, bye. So Winter telling Monique how, you know, the blow up between her and Arena was just a little bit too much. She ain't feeling this group no more. She want out. It's just too much. And she's saying all how, like, you know, I was telling you guys my story. I'm telling you guys how devastated I am about what happened. And these bitches really don't care. They're being very mean and not, you know, they're not being nice to me. And she's saying how specifically how this exchange with Arena has her just, she's over this group. And Monique is like acting surprised. And she's like, she put her finger in my face. And Monique is like, really? And it's like, Monique, didn't Arena already tell you she did all of this herself? Why are you acting like you're shocked? Raina? Raina did that? Arena already told you she did that. And you fake because she keeps saying Raina. You're saying Raina like you have this extensive history with Raina. And you forgot you already told us you met Raina by sliding into her DMs. You don't know that lady. You do not know Raina, and I like Raina so far, but you don't know her to be acting like, oh my God, you haven't seen her in all her seasons, so why are you so surprised that she did what Winter said she did when she told you she did it? That's a fake ass bitch for you. She fake. I'm sorry, she fake. She fake. Monique is still trying to push this. You know, I thought we would make a good group of girlfriends and you deserve a support team. And she's pushing this sisterhood nonsense. And it's like, girl, you know they don't like her. They don't like her. Why are you still trying to push this friend group? They don't like her. You're setting her up for failure. You're setting her up to cry some more. Because you know how they feel about this girl. They don't like her, and it ain't changing. So it's like you keep talking, well, they haven't seen your vulnerable side. You know, I didn't even realize you were so hurt by this. You realize you're saying this implies, oh, if you tell them how you really feel, they'll change their attitude towards you. And that's not the case. Ashley is completely done with Winter as far as I'm concerned. And I also think that so is Arena. Because Arena seemed like the sweetheart and the understanding one. But after she threw in Arena's face that stuff that she told her about her husband, I don't think there's no coming back from that. I'm just saying. Winter is saying to Monique, girl, I feel like you jumped ship. And she's just really crying. Like, she cried the entire conversation. I felt really bad. I'm not going to lie. I said that already, but I really did feel bad for Winter. But it was like, girl, you cannot come in a situation where, first of all, it's like, girl, come on. You threw darts at 2 marriages. So that's 4 people that aren't going to like you. What did you expect? Like, in your brain, did you think, oh, this is going to go well? Did you think in your brain that you were going to throw shots at these people and they were going to be like, okay, girl, they just going to brush it off? You really thought that? Like, come on, you ain't that dumb. Or maybe your friend made you feel like your friend been gaslighting you. Did your friend make you feel like, oh, they weren't going to be mad? This is just reality TV. This is what we do. Like, Winter, what's good, girl? Tell us. Let the people know what's really happening because I'm confused. So Monique, child, Monique full of shit. Monique has invited all the couples to their lake house, I think. Yes, their lake house because they showed it. It's their lake house, and we're gonna have so much fun, and we're gonna turn up, and whatever else that she said that they was gonna do. And the couples are arriving. Jamie and Arena arrive first, and then of course Ashley and Quick arrive, and she's like, yeah, she's all excited. And then she tells them, you know, I'm not the friend that would ever set anybody up. So I just want y'all to know, you know, I invited a sex therapist to come, and Winter's gonna be bringing her because Winter is the one who recommended her for me. Monique, you full of shit, girl. You know how they feel about Winter. And you haven't done anything to make them warm up to Winter. You just keep throwing more shit into the flames. Like, you are not making the situation any better for your friend. And then you surprise them with her presence on this trip, and they didn't know she was coming. That is indeed a setup. You waited until they've already been dropped off at your guys' home before you tell them. Please excuse the madness that's going on. It's the fireworks. These people ain't got no sense. But anywho, you indeed set them up. You set them up. And we saw through the preview that her messy ass husband is gonna ambush Winter with her ex-scammer. The way that boiled my blood when I saw that shit. Like, they showed a preview of him coming up the stairs saying, it's been how many months and I haven't gotten to say my piece. That was disgusting what Chris did. The way I would disrespect your husband, Monique. The way I would disrespect if one of my, see, this is why I don't play with people. This is why I don't play with couples like this. I don't play with them. Because if your husband tries me like that, I will disrespect the fuck out of him. I will disrespect the fuck out of him. I will turn into Dr. Heavenly on that ass. Don't play with me like that. Why would you, this lady has purposefully avoided this man. Why would you ambush her like that? Talking about, y'all know I invited Kevin. Why would they know that you're inviting Kevin? They didn't know you invited Winter. I can't with Monique. I can't with Monique. I can't. Her and her husband belong together. They both messy as hell. They are some messy people. Like, that shit was dirty. That shit is dirty. You don't do that to people. Like, that lady have a mental breakdown. What y'all gonna do? Y'all gonna take care of her kids? She avoided him for a reason. I don't like this. But like I said, none of this is a surprise. This is who Monique has always been. We've seen it since season 3. Season 3 tells us everything we ever needed to know about Monique. From when she lied on Charisse, when she was trying to bring Sherman's ex-wife around, and she tried to put that on Charisse. That was fucked up. The way she set Candace up, the way she's setting up... the way she set Candace up, the way she's trying to set up Winter... You sent Candace after Giselle and Charisse. And then when Candace gave those reads about the bejeweled jacket and the geriatric granny read, now all of a sudden, oh my God, Candace, this is not what I wanted for you, Candace. Oh my God, I told her not to behave that way. Ashley had to even expose your ass. But this is who you been. This is who Monique has always been. She's always been like that. Season 4, the same shit. You was sitting up there with Candace Kiki and talking shit about Ashley and her husband. And then you tried to lie and say, oh my God, I didn't say anything bad about Ashley. I've been supportive. You are a liar. You sent Candace the link about the butt grabbing situation. And then you showed Ashley the text messages of Candace's response. You've been like this. You've been like this, and now the people are starting to see you. But I knew this was gonna happen. I was hoping that there was a small chance I was hoping for a small chance that Monique might redeem herself, because now the show is centered around you. The girls all like you. You have no reason to fall into your old patterns. But that's just who you are. That's just who Monique is. All the girls like you. All the girls are nice to you. You are accepted automatically. And you're still doing the shady shit that you was doing on Potomac. She ain't no good. She ain't no good. I just want the people to acknowledge that Monique is the Giselle of this show. That's all I want. Because everything, like, you messy as hell. I knew she was going to do it. I knew it. But I was hoping. Like, maybe I'll get to see another side of her. And maybe I'll understand. Maybe I'll like her. You're the same old bird lady. You're the same bird lady. Let's see how she spends this next season. Because will Winter come back? I don't know. But she been on social media talking a lot of shit. Talking about we only was friends because of the football, whatever. We were football wives together. But you told us, this is my friend of 15 years. This is my friend of 15 years. This is my friend of 15 years. Your friend of 15 years, and you threw her ass out the window. 15 years of friendship for two girls that you barely know. Anyways, that's my sound off. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.